Shall we play a game?
Poop. Let me look at button, lock. Let me look at it. Schmear the lock. That's locks, not lock. And even if it was a locks on top of the control panel, you don't have any cream cheese. You don't have a key that will fit this lock. Ugh. What can I do? I have wire cutters. Wire cutters are good. I have suction cups, goggles, a grappling hook. I don't think I have anything to unlock it. Let me look at my truck. Nope. Trees. There's like nothing. There's like nothing I can use. Let's look in the bush. Let's beat around the bush. You start to beat around the bush, but then decide you can take care of that later. Right now you've got more important procrastinating to do. Let's see. Maybe... Well, the control panel has screws, so I can maybe unscrew them. They're screwed in too tightly for you to remove them barehanded. Well, luckily for me, I have a cheap pocket knife, I guess. There. Using the Phillips screwdriver to the left of the main blade and parallel to the corkscrew, you quickly remove 4 screws from the 4 ends of the panel. So now it should just come right off. Great, great. I suck at these kind of puzzles. Ugh. Let's see what happens. Flip. Right. Flip. What else can I do to this thing? Panel innards, toggle switch. And then we've got panel strip. Green strip, red strip. Let's see. We can rotate them or switch them. Let's rotate them. I guess? Rotate? And then, I don't know why I did that. No idea. And let's switch them. Did that work? I think it did. Sure. Look at. The strip holds the light bulbs that light whenever the switches are on. You've rotated it so that the lights are on the opposite positions from left to right. Well, that sounds correct, because I think what we're trying to do is we're trying to trick the guard into thinking that everything is on when it's really not. So let's replace it and see what it looks like. Right. Did I do that right? I don't think I did, but we're gonna find out soon enough. You start to duck out of the guardhouse when you realize that this configuration of board will not stand scrutiny of the guard. If the guard toggles a switch, the wrong lights will change. Plus you've got the... Oh! No! I have to start over. I'll try one more time. Okay. Remove. Okay. So, we can switch it. Can we do anything with this? Oh, we can do something with this switch too. So we can rotate it maybe? I'm trying to think of how I want this to look here. I don't know what that did. Let me flip it. Okay, that did that. And then here's the green strip, the red strip. I just switched this. I just flipped the center switch. Okay. Switch green strip with red strip. Okay. You pull both light rods out of their clips. The one with the little red mark at the end, the other with the green mark at the end. Getting a little slack in the wires, you're able to put the red rod where the green one was and the green... Okay, I don't think I did that before. So that's cool. So now what should happen is if I flip them... Right, okay, see, now I'm flipping them and they're coming up on here because I switched everything. So let's do that, and that should actually trick it. That looks good. Let me replace the bolts. There. I think that was right. Knowing that leaving the... Ah, no. Really? I did it wrong again? That looked perfect. Come on. Save my game again. What was wrong with that configuration? I'm confused. Fine, I will do it again. I'm gonna get this, guys. Not giving up on this. Okay, so remove that. Okay. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm on the right track, so I'm going to I'm gonna rotate. Okay, I'm gonna rotate these. You give the on light strip a twist. Okay, and I'm gonna rotate the red one. Okay, and now I'm gonna switch this with this, and then I'm going to, what am I gonna do? Maybe I don't know. I'm not sure if I have to rotate the center switch or not, but let's do it. Okay. Okay. Try that. Flip. That looks like it might have worked. Yeah, but then again, so did the other one. Oh, good. You put the panel back on top, sliding it carefully into place. Amazing! You've reconfigured the innards of the control panel so that the switches appear to work entirely correctly, but they'll actually do just the opposite of what they appear to be doing with the opposite systems. Monkey warfare at its finest. Why did I not go into engineering? Okay, control panel fixed. Oops. Control panel fixed. Good. Now I think we can leave. You can't leave. Oh, I didn't put the bolts back. Good. Now let's leave. Peeking out from your kneeling position inside the guardhouse, you see that Joe and the guard are still playing keep away with the camera. You take the opportunity to dodge back out and into the bushes. The next thing you know, you hear the guard utter a cry of victory. From your concealed position, you see the guard holding the camera aloft and away from Joe's grabbing hands. The guard pops open the camera, pulls out the film, turning his body constantly to fend off Joe. Joe sags in pretense of defeat as the guard hands him back the camera, its back still hanging open. As Joe trudges off down the road, the guard goes back into the guardhouse and watches Joe recede into the darkness. Joe walks past you without acknowledging you, goes past the truck, and walks even further down the road to make sure the guard can't see him anymore. 5 minutes later, he sneaks back to you.
Excellent.
What a jerk. Does he think a photographer only carries one roll with him? Guess we showed him. Okay, now, because I switched the control panel, I should be able to cut this wire with my wire with my wire clippings, with my wire cutters, without harm. Boom! You bring the wire cutters close to the fence, and just to make sure, you toss the wire cutter into the chain link. No sparks are produced. You pick up the wire cutter and snip around in a semicircle, eventually making a good-sized opening. Let's get out of here. Reminding Joe that he should have the truck waiting for you when you return, you gingerly pick your way through the circle of sharply snipped chain link. Keeping low to the ground, you dodge from tree to bush to tree, trying to get a little closer to the mountain each time without the guard spotting you. The dark of the night helps provide cover, and eventually you come within just a few feet of the mountain. Breathless from the exertion of running in a low crouch, you have come to rest in a small thicket of scrub near the side of the front entrance. The massive door set in the mountain looms to your left. To your right is a scaffold. There's a narrow corridor between them. If you were to wander onto the corridor, you'd quickly be spotted by the guard. Oh. Okay, save. Save often, people. You just never know. So now I'm somewhere. Okay. Look at. The enormous expanse of steel is flaking and pitted, but the rock solid and very cold. Open. There's no doorknob. Knock on. You rap against the metal. It hardly seems to make a noise, but it does do a good scouring job on your knuckles. What's worse is nobody answers your knock. You push, but it's like pushing against the mountain itself. Offhand, you can't remember whether house-sized doors like this one open inward or outward. Remove hinges! Even if the hinges were on the outside, removing them would require a screwdriver the size of Goat's Pimple, Louisiana. Is that a place? Slide under. You'd have to be run over by a steamroller before you could slip under the door, and there simply isn't enough time for that. Blow up. Damn, and you sold your last case of TNT to that little Simpson kid down the block. Tunnel under. You frantically Scrabble! We're scrabbling! Scrabbled eggs! At the heavy metal base covering the ground. Your fingernails click against it futilely like a dog in a hot skillet. We're talking about a hot dog, naturally. Chew through. If you had opted for the piranha-style bridgework your dentist had offered you, you might actually be able to chew through the door. But no, you cheaped out, and now look at the mess you're in. It pays to buy the best. Squeeze through. Squeeze. You'd have to approach the center of the door, which would leave you clearly visible to the guard. Okay. In other words, no, we can't go through this entrance yet. Seriously, we can't go through it. What was it again? Okay, it's just rock solid. Here's a pulley. There's another door here, but we can't get to it because we're out in the open. But luckily, I see some tarp that we could take. I just took an entire thing of tarp. You quickly snatched the tarp off the scaffold, bundling up in your arms and praying it wasn't noticeable. Nah, nobody notices that. Who notices a person carrying like 50 feet of tarp? This large, heavy canvas tarp is gray and paint speckled, leaving it look like a massive door itself. Grommets are spaced along the top and bottom hems. What was the point? Why do I have tarp? Here's a winch. You turn the winch counterclockwise. As the cables feed out, the clamps are lowered to the ground, right? Where'd those clamps go? Clamps. Tarp. Tarp on the clamps. You fasten the clamps to the grommets at either end of the tarp. Alright. There's a lot of resistance from the winch as you raise the tarp. It unfolds as you draw it upwards, forming a dirty gray curtain in front of the dirty gray door. You stop when the clamps reach the top. Alright, so now I can run through without anybody seeing me. Why nobody saw me put up the tarp in the first place is beyond me, but whatever works. Let's see. I think I just opened the door. You walk to the little door, trying to appear purposeful, matching the slightly brisk pace at which everyone else is moving. You arrive without incident and try the door. It is sealed as tightly as if it were a part of the wall itself. Knock on. You rap on the door, momentarily imagining that Joe is standing right outside, has found a key card, and is waiting for you to walk inside. But from the incredibly dull thud your hand makes on the door, you're not even sure the knock can be heard from outside. Rock. Door. Look at. This doorway leads back outside. It would be at least obtrusive way out of here, except that it requires a key card, which you don't have. I have a tire iron. You see, they anticipated when they built Mount Weather that in a nuclear emergency there would be a lot of people outside who'd want to get inside, even if it meant knocking down the doors that made the place secure from radiation in the first place. The doors will more than withstand any forcible harm you can direct against them. I could pull that trick where you use like a card within the lock. The door is heavily sealed. Don't even tell me I have to use these suction cups. Are you guys thinking what I'm thinking? Okay, I'm going to attach the suction cups to my feet and my hands, and we're going to walk up this bastard. So I'm going to use the suction cups with this wall. You walk behind the tarp and press your body to the huge metal door. The suction cups take hold and you perform a human spider routine up the doorway. And a more graceless human spider there's never yet been. Cannot believe that worked. Only in Callahan's, people. Here we have a vent, which I'm sure I'm sure there's gonna be a maze in here. Beyond the top of the door is a grill, possibly for air conditioning, possibly for releasing radioactive gas or other contaminants, possibly for, well, the possibilities are just too exciting to think about. Open. You tug on the grating, but as you can only free one hand to do it, and you don't want to pop your suction cups off the door, your tugging is wussy and ineffectual. So has anyone else ever tried to make suction cups and walk up walls? I know I have. You know, when I was young, not last week or anything like that. What do I have? What do I need? I have goggles that I can wear. Nope. I have a grappling hook. I have wire cutters. What's the problem again? Open. Oh, I need both hands. Well...